Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very special day for a particular franchise. This particular franchise, as if you couldn't already guess, would happen to be Metroid. And with that being said, I give to you today another Metroid 2 remake. Backing up here. So it's not letting me go back to the title screen, but it's the initials for this particular game. Another Metroid 2 remake. And what we have here is definitely interesting. What we have is a combination of the Game Boy Advance games in style and context, and the add-ons that were taken in from other Metroidvania titles, in particular with the other Metroid games. And then this particular fan group took the entirety of Metroid 2, and while whether or not it's actually completely finished or not yet, I don't know, they supposedly have managed to take at least a majority of the second game here and have tried to attempt to simulate it into a more modern Metroid style. How Nintendo has not actually caught on to this, I'm not entirely sure yet, but I'm glad that if Nintendo was aware, that they have completely let this thing take a pass. So with that said, I'll let the story play here a little bit, and we'll get right into it once we finally arrive in the game. I'll also add really quick that I actually did own the original game for Game Boy. It was one of the first two games I actually got for the system. Spent hours in that game, getting nowhere, but didn't care because I was having fun jumping around and blowing things to Kingdom Come. So you can hop on top of your ship, you can get inside of it to auto-save the game and reload your health and your ammo for your weapons, particularly your missile weapon. As you can see, very much a faster, less clunky game than the original first two Metroid games. A lot more color and detail in it. You can actually use the shoulder buttons to stand still and aim up or down at an angle. You can still morph into a ball. Matter of fact, I think, yeah, the ball even has its own morphing button. Also add that from what I've seen in the corner here, this game runs super smooth, except that weird glitch right there, as I was talking about it. That seems that for the vast majority of this is actually running at 60 frames per second or higher. So whoever put this together obviously knew what they were doing and did not botch the actual graphics or the style of them. And what we're doing right now is we're actually attempting to find our first Metroid. Yes, the first original Metroid game, as far as I was aware, didn't really actually have you going up against any of the actual Metroids until well into the game. Metroid 2 wasted no time throwing Metroids at you. Here's your usual save point. And again, just like your ship, it'll refuel your health and your ammo. So you don't always have to go to your ship to do that, which is a nice additional, just pro player add-on. Oops. I'm just not attaching to that ledge right now. Or this one. Wow, I'm just doing terribly all of a sudden. Let's hit that save point again. I need my hit points back. That was some really bad work right there. Okay, let's try this again. Here we go. And even better yet, it's a version 2 that immediately attacks you. I like that the tactics from the original game also still kind of work. You want to get on, in particular the number 2s, you want to get in underneath them and you want to blow them up from underneath. And there's also quest logs, so you can actually get some minor details as to what's going on. They're not sure, and what the quest log actually does tell you is that even Samus is not quite sure what's going on. There is no instabilities in the planet, and as to why something obviously suddenly opened up underneath the surface and allowed more of the lava to go away is uncertain, but it has done so, but it has also opened up new paths up ahead. So we should go and investigate, because obviously there's a possibility that being on the Metroid home planet, that there are more Metroids further in. So further in we shall go. It's not, I will say that in particular this theme, I'm not overly thrilled with it, but I will say it at least isn't like god awful. There could have been a lot worse music done for it, and it is at least nothing else a bit nicer than the original Game Boy versions. Can I? Yes, you still can. Awesome. Stuttered for some reason. Yeah, this area right here was then covered over in lava that we're entering into right now. Zoom. And this is technically going into the next area here. As you can tell by the change in music and also the change in the color on the map for the area we're scouting out. So actually, if I'm not mistaken, yep, save point right here. And I think that 10 minutes is enough to show you guys what we've got here, which is really interesting. It's completely free to play, by the way, but I would be willing, if people are extremely interested, to actually keep playing this, because I've never actually beaten Metroid 2. I owned it for years, and I don't know where my actual hard copy went. I still have the box for it, oddly enough. But I've never actually beaten it. I never had the chance to, and this would be actually an awesome chance to actually finally defeat the game. But that's up to you guys. If you really want me to keep going, just share, like, subscribe, pimp that out there to other people who might be interested in watching, and if people are really interested in me continuing to play this, by all means, I will continue to play this. Otherwise, if nothing else, this is at least a one-off for the anniversary, since today is the 30th anniversary for Metroid. I'm officially a year older than Metroid. God. That's it for right now. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video. See you then.